He's going to lose the election anyway. I have no problem in standing up and saying I really believe this is going to be a bloodbath for the Republicans in November. And the reason I have to hope that, and I'll tell you guys why. Apparently, in the Republican Party, you can cheat on your wife, at least three of them. You can be fucking another woman while your current wife is giving birth to your current son. You can cheat on your taxes. You can lie to the American people every time you open your mouth. One thing I don't think Americans will take is you being responsible on your watch for almost 80,000 Americans dying because of your inaction and your incompetence, and you turning this into a political football. And instead of saying, wait, we need to maybe look out for this, he says in front of thousands of people, it's a Democratic hoax. Well, guys, that Democratic hoax has almost killed over 80,000 people. Just in America alone. That's a very, very good point. Almost, what do you think his thought process is? Or does he just have dementia and he just doesn't care? Does he just have a game plan and he's ready to just run out? Not even exactly. Well, I wonder how much. I wonder how much of a winner he'll feel bent over in a jail cell being plowed by four different guys at the same time. How much of a winner he'll feel at that point, because he's headed that way. I'm just saying. What's your thought process, Will? Okay, hey, I don't mean to stop you for a second. Do you have your buddy? Do you have your phone on speakerphone and you're talking into the end of it, because you're not? I can't hear you very well. There you go, perfect. Just maybe speak up a little bit. I know you got it in you, dude. I've heard you loud. that at that and also Russia helped him. Trump is okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll go ahead. Amen. Yes, sir. Amen. I. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Well, that's because they have no self-respect for themselves. They have no thought process to be able to think it for themselves. They think that Donald Trump is the savior and Jesus Christ beyond God help us. And I think Jesus Christ, in fact, I know Jesus Christ would just roll over in his grave, which he got out of anyway. But the thing is that all kidding aside, is that there are several people that do think Donald Trump is some biblical character. And whoever thought of that, I'm not sure, because that is the most ugly biblical caricature I've ever seen. But the thing is that but he's trying to use the old playbook. I do agree with you on that, but here's the problem with that. This is not the same election. There is no haters of Hillary Clinton. That's why Donald Trump had such a really big he had something that we really didn't see coming, was how much Hillary Clinton was actually hated. She's actually hated a lot. That is not in this election. Joe Biden's being accused of sexual things. So is Donald Trump. Today, another woman came out against Donald Trump. And Russia is Facebook and all the people on all the social media. They're literally watching him very carefully. And YouTube just took down 300 Trump videos that were not true. So, and then plus, Donald Trump had the ability to say, I'm not a politician. I can get this done for you because I'm a professional businessman. He has no record to run on except promises made and promises not kept, except for the rich people. Hey guys, that music right there means we need to take a break and pay some bills. So guys, can you guys hang around for just a few more minutes? When we come back, we'll continue talking about this. All right, guys, this is it. All right. This is All You Need to Know Radio, guys. Heard exclusively live on Blog Talk Radio every Thursday nights. Our brand new day, our brand new time. Thanks to you guys at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Our show today is brought to you by PB Entertainment Group. They are found on every social media platform you can be. I thought this was apropos to go to break 2. This is Britney Spears, Circus. This is what this world feels like. We'll be right back. All eyes on me in the middle of the ring, just like a circus.
I think I found my dream car. It turns out they want me to start next month. She can stay with you to finish your senior year.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. We are recording right now, and we'll be putting this on YouTube of the show. We're kind of experimenting to see, how that's going to work. Very, very excited about it, though. I think you'll be excited, too. Guys, get ready. We're about to start talking about, does Donald Trump and Michael Pence have the coronavirus? All right, everybody. So that is Mr. Ty Herndon, a very good friend of mine who just had a birthday on the 2nd of this month. Hey, guys, say happy birthday to Ty. I think Will may know Ty, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever. I don't think you have, but almost he's doing these things called stageit.com, where you actually can sell tickets. They're not real expensive, but artists have to survive. Artists have to survive too, and so they're doing it anyway. But when he does come back to Dallas, I'm dragging you to a country show. And Will, you're welcome to come along. I think you've probably seen Ty already. He's actually an incredible artist, by the way. There's a lot of artists that whenever they sing, they're a studio artist. And when Ty sings, like he sang his entire record, What Mattered Most, the entire record a cappella to me in his truck before any of it had hit the airwaves. And I was like blown away. But anyway, he's the real deal. Welcome back, everybody, to All You Need to Know Radio. I am your host, John Hollywood. We have a very special guest with us tonight, Will Cobb. Say hello to everybody, Will. All right, and we also have our constitutional lawyer, Almost Warwards, with Warwards and Nunn. I believe you heard a commercial we need to redo that, but we'll get that taken care of. Producers, hear me on that? Absolutely. So, guys, we're going to get to... You promise? I thought you said you would. So no, you're saying you won't. I bet I could make that happen. I'm kidding. Anyway, so today's topic is there a possibility, allegedly, that the President of the United States, because of his ignorance, because of his believes that he's invincible, and because Michael Pence is a kiss ass and he can't just be himself, is there a possibility that either one of them have tested positive for the coronavirus? Let me give you some evidence here. At least 13 people in the West Wing, including 11 Secret Service agents, at the last time I've looked, have tested positive for the coronavirus. On top of that, Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump's daughter, which sickeningly admitted he wanted to fuck earlier this week, and I'm not really sure where that came from, but it was on the front page of the news. And I don't even want either one of you to respond to that because I don't want to give it any play except to say it's disgusting. Just one more reason not to vote for this immoral, dimension, egotistical, racist, homophobic pig. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on. And let me make this very, very clear to all of our listeners out there, guys. It gives me no pleasure to sit here and bash the president of my country. I wish I could sit here and say that he was doing a great job. He's not. I wish I could say he's a great person. He's not. I wish I could sit here and say all the things he's achieved. He's achieved nothing that has not made him money. So understand, when I sit here and every week by week almost, and myself are talking about the things that are going on, we are not enjoying ourselves. I'll tell you right now, and I'm sure Amos will jump in here in a minute and give his opinion of this. Amos is a very incredible attorney with his honesty is above approach. And there is no way he would be saying, it took him a long time, before he ever said one negative thing. Just jump on in there, my friend. I knew you wanted to.
The person who is the president, unlike in, for example, England that has both the Queen and the Prime Minister, in our country, the person who is the president is both the chief executive officer, like the Prime Minister, and the head of state, like the Queen. So the president of the United States is supposed to act in a manner befitting the office, and is supposed to rise above partisan bickering to speak to all Americans, and frankly, to speak to the entire world. And even presidents who I disagree with vehemently on policy, people like George W. Bush or his father, George H.W. Bush, I disagree with them vehemently on policy, but I sincerely believe that for the most part, they have the best interest of all Americans at heart. Now, we disagree, but they're not boorish. They're not impossibly corrupt. They're not serial pathological liars. It's just they're not criminals. In fact, there's substantial evidence that Donald Trump, personally, individually, has committed a bunch of crimes. And, it does not bring me joy, and I know it does not bring John Hollywood joy, to bash him, to bash the office of the presidency. But Donald Trump deserves it in a way that other presidents have not. Well, and here's the thing that always strikes me, and I agree with everything you said, Amos, and I don't know that anyone wants to sit around and bash the president. I think everyone is just so shocked by the behavior of the president. But what amazes me is this is the first time that I can recall, as a history major, that we've had a president that absolutely refuses to lead in a national crisis. He compares himself to Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln stepped up and led in federal government.
Whoa, 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 whoa. He compared himself to who? Oh, you're kidding me. I missed that. Ha 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 ha. I gotta laugh at that. I'm sorry. I haven't heard that. That's comical. Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you. We have some breaking news that's really sad. All right, guys, some breaking news and from All You Need to Know Radio. It comes from NBC News. The CDC has just issued alerts to doctors, to physicians on Thursday on what has emerged a rare but potential deadly condition linked to COVID-19 in children. So now Donald Trump is going to have on his shoulders that children are dying. The illness, which the CDC calls multisystem inflammatory syndrome in children, has been reported in at least 19 states and Washington, D.C., and was previously referred to as a pandemic multiple sclerosis inflammatory syndrome. At least 110 cases have been reported in New York. Three young people between the ages of 5, 7, and 18 have actually died. New Jersey has at least 17 cases. California has 6. Other states such as Connecticut, Georgia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Washington have reported small cases. We will post this entire article on our social media. So sorry, guys. That is just really heartbreaking news. So not only are Donald Trump responsible for killing our older people, which is really sad in itself. Which, by the way, that also includes Donald Trump, by the way. Donald Trump's like 70 something. His immune system's shot. He eats like a 5-year-old child. So, but let's not bring him into this yet. Almost, what do you think about that heartbreaking news I just had to say? It was really hard to say, by the way.
Means that it's very serious. That it's really a really serious problem. And I agree with Will that I cannot recall another instance in American history where there was a major crisis and there was simply no plan, there was complete failure to lead as a result of that. And what I find to be very interesting is, the news reports are all talking about 80,000 deaths. The statisticians are talking about 110,000 deaths. Or 100 so far in America. And, it's pretty clear that there's...
By the way, I don't believe any of those numbers. I think that right now we say 85,000. I think it's more like 185,000. Go on.
that our institutions will hold and that it's not too much cheating and rigging going on, such that the people can actually get out and vote these jokers out of office. And what's terrifying, really concerns me, truly concerns me with the children is, first of all, you have Trump telling his advisor about that the answer that we should not put those children back in school is unacceptable. You also have Trump today coming out in a conference saying that masks are overrated, and yet everyone except Trump and Mike Pence are required to wear masks now in the White House. And you're talking about tests, how many people are there? Well, frankly, we don't have enough tests in this country to really know. And that goes back to John Holloway's question, does Pence and Trump have it? Frankly, I believe if Trump had it, he'd be dead, because just like John Holloway said, I don't think Trump is healthy enough to survive it. But even if he did test positive, we never know.
Oh, no, contraire, my friends. Has anybody ever seen the movie Dave? Right, where they find someone who looks like him, which they'd have to blow up an orange balloon to find someone who looks like Trump, but I guess they could do that. They would have to say that he's lost his voice. But you see what I'm saying? I don't think it would work very long, but I don't think that they would come out and tell us. And if Trump has it so allegedly, I know, attorney, I know, I'm listening to you. I see your texts. But allegedly, if Michael Pence also has it, what I love and what would be the most incredible thing that could have happened in the midst of all of this, guess who becomes president? You got it. Under the Constitution. It doesn't matter. The Constitution kicks in. Right. So I fully believe, I fully agree with you that they probably do not have anything in place. However, stronger people. First of all, let's step back for a moment. What office is the weakest office in our branches of government normally? Anybody? But it's not the president. It's not right, but it's not the office of the president. Exactly. I do agree with that, sadly. But I had always heard in school. Go ahead. But almost, let's let you step up and answer this question. Okay, but let's let you stand up and answer this question. Whether they have a plan in place or not, if they are both on a ventilator and become incapacitated, what am I trying to say? They're not conscious. Doesn't a stronger power, but it wouldn't make a difference whether or not, right?
Right? Here's my answer to that question, and it's very weird. Under the terms of the Constitution, it's clear and find this interesting. Also today, in both the Washington Post and the New York Times, there's an article about Jared Kushner, his extremely unqualified son-in-law, convincing Trump in January and early May.
Who is Jared Kushner? I don't know who this person is. Who is that? Who is he though? I know he's married to Donald Trump's. Okay, but so what? Who is he? I don't know him. Are you not understanding what I'm doing? Have you ever seen? But I'm trying to make a funny. No, y'all are letting me. Y'all are not letting me make a funny. Okay, have you seen when Mariah Carey is asked? That's okay. That's why we're gonna get this thing where we can see each other, so we don't talk over each other. But we're gonna take care of that. I'm not worried about it. Have you seen when Andy asked Mariah Carey who Jennifer Lopez is? Now everybody in the world knows who Jennifer Lopez is. Mariah Carey's answer is, I don't know her. It is a slam in the face, is what it is. This guy has no. He doesn't know anything about anything. All he knows how to do is bankrupt companies like his father-in-law. He owes Russia and China. Yeah, he's in prison. Absolutely. That's why he wasn't Bryce. That's why he was not offered vice president, by the way. You know that, right? I know you're not making it up. It's so fucking sad.
Small Middle East oil state with substantial political issues and not really a good friend of America. But they bought, in my opinion, and I don't have search proof of this, but it appears that they bought substantial favors by doing a refinanced purchase of that piece of real estate downtown Manhattan from Kushner. He should be in prison.
Now, let me make my joke to this real quick. Didn't Al Pacino play the devil at 666 at that exact same building in The Devil's Advocate? I am almost 100% sure. Will, do you know? That's it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Almost. That's a really good point, though, because that, once again, I mean, you know, Jared Kushner had to redo his top secret paperwork. You fill it out when you want top secret. I think it was like 121 times that he actually had 490 different people that he contacted in, and he still got security clearance. Travesty. Go ahead, Will. I'm sorry. I know that's a little late, but I'm sorry. That was funny. Is there a possibility that Donald Trump could appoint him as the acting president if he passes, if he goes under the almost?
by Congress.
You mean by the bouncing baby boys that don't do that do everything Donald Trump says? I mean, that doesn't sound really that difficult to me. Hey, almost. Are you out of time? Or are you okay? Okay, let me do that real quick for you, sir. I'm so sorry. I really wanted you and Will to converse today, and I really appreciate you giving us time. Will almost runs an entire law firm, and he is partner with Hunter, which we miss Hunter very much. Please give him a big kiss on the mouth from me. He'll love that. So will his girlfriend. All right, here is your 2-minute warning, sir. That's right. Go ahead, sir. You have the floor.
Really worried about it. I'm incredibly concerned that the Supreme Court of the United States, the Justice Department, and Trump's enablers in the Senate are going to do everything they can to meddle and fix the election in his favor because he is unlikely to be able to win in a free and fair contest. I do think that if we had a free and fair contest, Joe Biden will be elected the president, but I'm very concerned that it will not be free and fair. I'm further quite concerned that the coronavirus will continue to rage through America, and that will be used as both a very real issue that will depress turnout, as well as a pretext to depress turnout. And I'm concerned that we're not going to have a free and fair election, a free and fair transition of power should Donald Trump lose a legitimate election. That said, there is hope. I think the polling and the numbers for him look terrible. And if it is a free election, and there's a lot of people who are looking at for chickenry in the election, and if there is a free election, I'm pretty sure that Joe Biden will prevail, and it'll be a good day for our country if that happens. I thank you so much for your time this evening. Will, it was a pleasure.
And almost thank you so much. We love your intellect and especially your knowing about the law. That was Almost Warwards with Warwards and None. This is John Hollywood with Will, our new guy here, Will Cobb, and we'll be right back. And boy, that was quick. We're back. Hey, Will. I just didn't want to. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't. We've cut a lot of our commercials out of today's show. We normally go to break a few times, and you're kind of learning as everybody else in the world is. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is All You Need to Know Radio, the worldwide #1 show in our time slot. Now, we don't know as of yet. We will know in about usually 2 to 3 minutes is when we find out if we're #1 and where we were #1. Of course, I'll share that with you, Will. What'd you think about our conversation right there? Do you think there's a possibility that either one of them have the coronavirus? Allegedly. Well, and he probably helps him put his pants on because he's so fat he can't get him over his ass. But anyway, that's another story, a whole nother show. But the whole thing is that it's not, Donald Trump is not invincible. It's not like he takes care of himself like, you know what I'm saying? He eats hamburgers. He's 70 whatever he is years old, and he's not 260 something pounds. He's probably 340 pounds. And you can hear when he's talking, he's running out of breath every time he